to the second episode of Lions. Hello and welcome to the second episode of Lions Life series organized by Lions Institute of Southern Europe. And today I'm Coach Rad, your host for today. And okay, we had some issues with this live stream, but now it's okay. So let me go again. So my name is Coach Red. I'm a founder of Li.O.N.S of Southern Europe and author of Li.O.N Smoking Cessation Method, the method that provides the tools to smokers and people impacted by smoking to crush the grip of nicotine and break the chains of addiction. I'm also founder of Quit Smoking Experts Group, where people who overcome the smoking addiction can meet people who want to stop smoking and share information and strategies to overcome this addiction and quit smoking. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about one really common problem with that people face when they stop smoking. That's our cravings. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to face cravings and put them to use to our so they can benefit our life. So, first of all, I would like to address to the question: what is craving actually is? Craving for cigarettes is nothing more than thank you. Craving for cigarettes is nothing more than a form of anxiety, and just like the and if you think about it, anxiety is anxiety. You see, anxiety is always the same. What triggers the anxiety can be different for some people. Some people got anxious because they can't have their next cigarette, and other people are anxious because they have to go to the date, they have to meet their boss, they have upcoming exam, they have schedule to run, they have deadlines to meet, and so on and so forth. Basically, anxiety is anxiety, and the triggers can be different. So, let's put it like this. Let's talk first about why do we have anxiety when we crave for cigarettes. The reason that happens is because cigarettes actually have, over a period of time, cigarettes got many different meanings to us. So basically, when we go living our life with smoking every day, we attach cigarettes for as a self medication for overcoming fear, overcoming stress at work, overcoming having too much fun, and so on and so forth. So, what exactly is happening when we quit smoking? Our subconscious mind doesn't know what the hell he's gonna do now. How the hell we are gonna face all the challenges in life. And when you feel anxious, my friends, even the smallest problem becomes big one. Small problem can easily become a big elephant in the room, okay? When you feel anxious. And that's the same process when you feel anxiety in a meeting, in a conference room, when you're talking to the big mass of people, and when you stop smoking. So why is that? Anxiety is basically a fear of future. We cannot predict what's gonna happen in next 5 seconds. I could move this hand or this one. You cannot know that. And same is with smoking. We smoke to calm down fear of future. And now on, when we take that away from us, we're gonna start feeling fear, feeling anxiety. Why is that happen? Because we don't know how we're gonna handle it. If you've seen my previous video, I told you about the lighthouse. When you have a lighthouse in your in your while you're quitting smoking, it kind of gets easier to go through cravings. And over time, you will develop explanation and tools to tell yourself that those cravings are not really that bad. Okay? Every time you feel a craving, just ask yourself, is this really that bad? Am I gonna lose it? And you will probably get the answer, no. Look how big. I will tell you this story. You know I like telling stories, so I will tell you this story about one situation. I was witnessing a conversation between two ladies, and one lady was complaining that she's broke, that she doesn't have money to buy her child a milk, for her child a bottle of milk, and she was smoking cigarettes. And the other lady looked at her and say, how can you say that you don't have money for milk when you're buying a cigarettes that cost like 2 bottles of milk? And you know what her answer was? What her answer was? Uh, well, I have to have cigarettes. So you don't have to have money for milk, but you have to have money for cigarettes. Her fear of future, of her baby being hungry, of how she's gonna find a job, is bigger than her fear of what cigarettes can bring her. So she finds much easier to invest in something certain, like a calming effect of depleted oxygen in your brain and the surge of dopamine that comes from nicotine, than to go search a job, don't smoke, instead of buying cigarette, buy a milk for her child, so her child have a certain meal, but she choose to take cigarettes so she could certainly feel better. Of course, that's temporary effect, but that's it. So, how do you face cravings? This is how you're gonna do it. You have to face craving like this. As I said, craving is not just another form of anxiety. What you actually need to do with anxiety is to embrace it and welcome it. Anxiety is nothing more than our brain's alarm system that tells us that there's something that we need to do. Okay? And when you look forward to that feeling, every time I felt really strong cravings, I was happy about it. I welcomed it. Because I knew that every time I go through that, I'm gonna feel way more better than I used to. Does that make sense? Of course it does. So if I welcome a craving with a smile, the brain gets confused and he's like, what, Rad, what are you doing? We're gonna be in trouble. We will not feel well. Why are you so happy about it? And I'm like, oh well, it's fine. How the hell you can be fine? And I'm like, well, look, I had difficulties in life before. A bomb exploded 6 feet or 2 meters above my head. It could kill me, and I'm alive. I survived that moment, so I can survive much others too. And the brain was like, okay, but this is gonna happen. There's a meeting. Coming out in an hour. We're gonna go and see our boss. And I was like, oh great, I'm gonna see the boss, and I can face that and the craving at the same time. What are you saying? And I'm like, well, look, if I get through this, I will only get stronger. Look, you can do 10 push-ups this moment. In an hour, you will feel your muscles sore, you will feel pain, but that's a signal that your muscles are actually building. And that's a good thing. That's a good pain. Good pain. But we don't really perceive that as a pain. If we want to exercise and we experience that sensations in our body, we're gonna be happy about it. So why wouldn't I be happy about cravings? And you know what happens? You crave for 20 minutes and they're gone. Now, the second question of this video was, how can we use this to benefit our life? Well, look, as I said in the beginning, cravings are a form of anxiety, and anxiety is always the same. Triggers are different. So if we feel fear of the future when we crave for cigarettes, when we feel fear of the future when we crave of cigarettes, we can anchor that and we can say when we have a stressful meeting with our boss, look, this stress, this fear of meeting my boss is exactly the same as the one that I felt when I craved for cigarettes. And you can remember that you overcome that craving for cigarettes by doing what? By embracing it, by accepting it. And that's when the growth happens, my friends. Because when you stop smoking, you didn't actually just quit smoking and put a big sign in front of you, no smoking, big no smoking sign in front of you. Remember, I make a great picture of it, you know. Here's me living a life of a non-smoker or Li.O.N.S life. Here's me facing everyday challenges in life. Here's me playing football. Here's me playing basketball. Here's me playing with my family. Here's me on a barbecue. Here's me in a bar with the friends. And fear disappears in that moment. And that is fantastic, my friend, because because you're not just stop smoking. You're equipped with a lifetime tool that can produce this desirable state you want to have in such a situation. Okay? So I have a meeting with the boss. Oh, I have to stand up to my family. Oh, how did I do that with cigarette? How did I stand up with a cigarette? Oh yes, I said to myself, look, I don't need this. Yes, it's hard, but I'm okay with that, okay? I will tell you what's on my mind, and I'll be gone. You can like it or not. Instead of that, I'm gonna do this. I know it sounds strange, but just imagine doing that, and you will see how powerful you are, really. So, my friends, we at the Li.O.N.S Institute of Southern Europe, we use Li.O.N.S smoking cessation method not just to teach you how to stop smoking, to make you stop smoking, to make you choose to stop smoking. We also use Li.O.N.S smoking cessation method to improve your life. And if you want to learn more about it, I will put the calendar link here in the first comment. My calendar link where you can book the call with me. We are available 24/7, and I will reach out to you via email, or you can send me a messenger here on Facebook, and we will talk about how can you change your life and put that change in your use. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coach Rad from Li.O.N.S Institute of Southern Europe, where we crush the grip of nicotine and break the chains of addiction. Bye bye.